Hi there, this is Niki Rowland for Hip Kit Club, and today I'm making a layout using the February kits. So I'm using the main kit, the Project Life kit, the Embellishment Kit, and I also have the colour kit. And my assignment today was to use the black and white elements that have come in this month's kit. So most of the black and white pieces are from the Carta Bella Flower Market paper collection, and I'm starting off by taking that black and white striped paper. I'm going to create some torn elements at the top and the bottom of my layout. I've chosen a piece of cream cardstock for the background. Now this was not in the kit, I've had to add that from my stash, but I just couldn't make it work with the white, and I'm not great at creating directly onto pattern paper backgrounds, so I cheated a little bit and I've added a sheet of cream cardstock. And because there's a lot of cream in the papers, you see, and I have an issue with mixing white and cream. This makes me upset. Yeah, I'm going through and adding some ripped, torn pieces. I really love that floral print that's on a turquoise background. It's so pretty, and I wanted some colour on this layout. I know the assignment was to use black and white, but I still need some colour to come on here. There's lots of pretty florals in this collection, especially on that cut apart sheet of paper and in the ephemera pack. So I've just mounted my photo on a floral piece. That's that same floral piece as the it's a smaller version of the same print of the turquoise background with the pretty florals all over it, so nice and colourful, and that goes nicely because I've got a torn strip of that at the top and at the bottom of my layout, so it just brings it into the photo as well. I'm mounting that directly on, mounting my photo directly onto that. I've pulled out the black and white elements that I would like to use on this layout, but I'm having trouble as the placement because some of them are quite large, and because they are black and white, they don't have a nice edge to them. It feels like I need to maybe ink the edges with black ink or something just to make them look as one piece, but I actually don't need to do that. I persevere and I arrange my photos and my embellishments all pretty well into a place where I'm happy with them. So you see that giant piece at the top there. It has a lovely phrase on it. It says, "So many reasons why I love this," and I just thought that was so lovely. I really wanted to show that off, but I was trying to layer it onto my photo and that just wasn't working. So in the end I've decided to cut it in half, or cut a bit off the top anyway, and put it at the top of my layout under my paper layer, and that works brilliantly actually. I was really pleased that I managed to get that in and show off that lovely sentiment because it's so pretty. And what I've done is I've torn some pieces at the bottom, I've ripped into those as well to create like a slit, and I'm making all of my lots of embellishments come out from there. So I've got several tags. I've got the black and white tag that you can see there, that's one of the black and white elements. I've pulled out a chipboard saying that says "Truth, Freedom, Beauty, Love." That's kind of serve as my title. I've pulled out one of the circle pieces of ephemera with a heart on it, and now what I'm doing is I'm fussy cutting out some of those flowers and leaves from one of the pattern papers just to add some extra embellishments. I wanted some florals, pretty florals with leaves that were fussy cut out rather than like on a circle with flowers in the middle of it, for example. So the fussy cutting works really well with those from the pattern paper. So I'm getting there. I'm pretty happy with the way my layout's looking now, so I'm going to start to get everything stuck in place. So I'm putting those torn strips on at the top, and I'm raising the torn edges on foam pads so that they have lots of dimension, and I'm adding that little plaque at the top there. That's from the chipboard sheet, the Carta Bella Flower Market chipboard sheet, which says "Gather the ones you love," as well as a fussy cut flower. You can see that I've cut the middle out of that journaling card there, and I'm using that somewhere else on the layout, and I just wanted to add that in as an extra layer under my photo, and you can see that I've got the black scallop over on the right hand side as well. So altogether that's about 3 different layers or 4 different layers on my photo there. Just wanted them to all be kind of appearing out from under the photo. So I'm now, I like to stretch my stash as far as I can, so that's why I cut the middle out of that journaling card and fussy cut those bits, and then kept the edge intact so that I could use it as a layer, and that's worked really well. You can't see that bit there has got a hole in it. So I have 2 tags that's going into this torn piece here, and I wanted to wrap gold twine around them, just to bring in a little bit of sparkle onto the layout. And also I don't really like to have tags that don't have anything in them. They just look a bit wrong to me. So I like to generally just wind the thread around the hole several times. I did that with the light coloured tag, and then that one there, the black and white one, I've actually done a double amount of thread and tied it in a bow, which is something I don't do that often, but actually it looks really pretty. I like the ends, the way they're kind of floating around. Getting my fussy cut flowers in, I'm raising some on foam pads, I'm tucking them into the different layers, yeah, that's looking good. It's nearly there. So this corner on the right, to the bottom right of my photo, I had a larger piece of torn paper there, and it just wasn't really working. It looked too big compared to the other areas. Now I could have ripped it down, but then I would have had a gap between the bottom of my photo and the next torn layer, so that wouldn't have worked. So I just needed to add something there to balance that out a bit. So I've gone for the Home Sweet Home little fabric banner that was one of the Pink Fresh Studio Joyful Day embellishments. I've just literally stuck that on the right hand side. I put my tape gun on it to make sure the glue sets, because it's slightly bulky because it has that little wooden dowel in there. And then I'm going to go through and add in some brads from the Flower Market brad set. They're really pretty brads. They're epoxy, and they have some lovely little motifs and sayings on them. So I'm going to try and get a few of those in. Generally I don't like to put brads on my layouts because the prongs on the back have damaged some of my other layouts in the past. So I'm just going to cover those over on the back with some tape to make sure that they're nice and concealed, so that they don't cause any damage anywhere else. So I'm adding those to various places on the layout. So I've put some at the top there with a little cluster, and then I've put some at the bottom right, and just adding some chipboard pieces from the Carta Bella chipboard sheet there. So I've got in 2 little words under the photo. One says truly wondrous and the other one says lovely, so both go really nicely with this photo. I'm just securing things down now. I'm quite happy with the way it's all looking, and I realised I hadn't secured that paper layer. I'd only stuck it at the bottom, so I just needed to secure that in place with some foam pad. So that's what I have done. So my layout's nearly complete now, and what I'm just going to do is add a few splatters using those beautiful Prima paints that came in the February colour kit. I'm using the pink and the yellows. The green tone wasn't quite right for this layout, so I'm just using the pink and the yellows. I'm also mixing the 2 together, so I have got some orangey tones in there as well. And you can see where I've just added those splatters from all around the bottom part of the torn strips, and going up to the top as well. And then I'm just going to embellish that area a little bit more with some brads, the 2 puffy hearts from the puffy stickers, and the Pink Fresh Studio the phrases, just to make that all kind of look like it ties in together. Okay, so that is my layout complete. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed my layout, and I will see you next time. That was Niki Rowland for Hip Kit Club.